today I'm going to be redecorating these shadow boxes. 2 shadow boxes that I bought. The first one is this one. Well, I bought one of them and one of them was a gift. This one I purchased from the clearance rack. If you see my first lobby haul, I showed it in that video. It says don't forget to be awesome, which is cute, but I like the black and white, but the pink doesn't go with my decor in my craft room. So I'm going to repaint this part and put another message on there. It was $2.15. And if you can see in the back, it has a hole where I can hang it up. I think I'm going to hang it above that. Together we have it all, but I'll see. And I'm going to paint the inside part, this teal color, just like that, the letters Miss V, so I can kind of incorporate some of that color in the wall, so that won't be the only thing that's on the wall. So I'm going to use this, and I got a brush from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use my painter's tape, and I'm also going to use some white acrylic paint and an old makeup brush. If you're into crafting, don't throw your makeup brushes away. You can use these for projects like this. And this is the other box. It was a gift, but also it has pink too. It's cute, but not my style. So I'm gonna leave the dream big, because I do dream big, and I'm gonna paint all this white. And this back part, the part that goes in the back, I took some of this paper out of one of these little sets that you get from the Dollar Tree. If I can find it. Let me find it. Where are the sets? Oh, it came out of one of these little booklets, paper booklets. I took it out of the paper booklet that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna put this on the back side. The back side. Yep. That's what we're gonna be doing. So I'm gonna put my painter's tape around here, so I don't mess the black and white up, and I'll be back. Both my boxes taped off. Got that one taped. And I got the glass part taped. I ran out of painter's tape, so I had to pull out my masking tape. It does the same thing. So we're going to get started. And I got some wax paper. So I'm going to mix my little craft desk up. I'll take this wax paper down because it tends to want to do some yoga on me. Be bending all over the place. As you tell, I took yoga. That's all I talk about. I love it. Alrighty, gonna get started. We're gonna do this one first. So, ooh, that's a pretty color. Let's see how this turns out. Yeah. This shadow box all taped off, and I was gonna go in with this pretty blue on the inside, but when I started painting on the inside, the letters were still, the wording was still bleeding through, so I had to wipe that off. And I remember that I had some white primer, this right here, from another product, so I went and primed it. And so now I'm gonna try to put the blue on top of that, since I've covered up the words. But the thing is, when I was spray painting it, I messed up. So I'm gonna show you where I messed up. Also, you know, on my DIYs, I try to show you the good and the bad. The bloopers and the finished product. So when I was painting, you know, some of it got on the sides. So what I'm going to do is go in and, to keep from throwing it away, because I really like my box, I'm just going to go in and repaint all the sides. And like, I think I messed up some of the little black and white stripes too. And I'm going to use the white. So I'm going to be working on this box for a minute. Just wanted to show you that just because you mess up, you don't have to, look, you don't have to abort your DIY. You can still fix it. And on this one, I really messed up. It's covered up the pink, but see how it's bleeding on the side or whatever. I'm going to try to fix that, but if not. Okay, everybody, this is what I have so far with the shadow box. On this one, when I was brushing the paint on, it was making a lot of streaks. So I came up with this idea to do this little sponge technique. And that's better. It don't show the streaks on there. So I'm going to let this dry. This part don't really matter because I'm going to have a quote over that blue part. And so I'm going to see how that looks. Try to go for a little textured look. Box is actually looking better. I went over with this Dollar Tree paint. Dollar Tree is coming through for me on this DIY. So it looks much better. You can't hardly see the streaks. So I'm working hard on these little shadow boxes. I just don't want to throw them away. So stay tuned. When this is what we have now, when right before the paint dried, I went ahead and smoothed it out with the brush. So that looks better. After all that hard work, this is what I have. God is awesome. So what I did was, right before the paint completely dried, I printed these. I printed this quote out with my Cricut on this vinyl paper. On this vinyl, and I just applied it to the box. And now that it's drying, I may go over it with some that glossy Mod Podge, just to kind of seal it. But this is what I have. I think it turned out nice after I did all that work. And yeah, I did have to go in and paint around the edges where that primer had bled through, and I had to fix some of the spots around here, but that's okay. It don't have to be perfect. This is what I have. I think I'm gonna hang it up there on that wall. What do you think? And I'll come back and show you what I did with the other shadow box. It's a little more challenging. Not perfect, but this is what we have. See the imperfections, but that don't matter. That's on the back side. So the back of the shadow box, I'm gonna cover it with this paper that I told you about earlier. I've cut the paper down to size. It came out of one of those paper pack booklets from the Dollar Tree. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna put some Mod Podge on here. Apply it that way. Too much. Make sure you get the ends good. And I'm gonna just sit it on here. That out. And that's gonna be the back side. I'm gonna let this dry and I'll be back. Alright, this is the final results. I like the way it turned out. This was a, well, relatively easy DIY, but I will I have a confession. This was the hardest DIY I've done this year. Even though it was just painting and transforming a shadow box from one design to another, it still was challenging because I had to go in and change my plans. So that's just with anything in life. Don't give up just because you have to go a different route, or different from how you started out. Remember, I started out just painting this box right here. Thought I was gonna go in and just tape it off and just paint with the teal blue color. But remember, I had to go, the words were bleeding through the paint, so I had to wipe that off. And just so happened I had a primer, and I went in with the primer and then I painted. So that's just a life lesson in general. Just because you're playing, things don't go the way you plan, God always has what you need right there with you. See, I already had the primer, so all you had to do is just pray and ask God to help you, because most of the time we already have everything we need. So that's our lesson for today. Don't give up on your dream just because you have to go a different path, or it may take longer than what you think. Just believe in God and ask Him to guide you. And so this concludes this video. Even though it was a little challenging, I still enjoyed it, because I like a challenge. So I redone both of these shadow boxes to blend in with my craft room. It actually took 2 days because I had to let everything dry overnight, because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. So that concludes this video. I'm going to continue to help you save on some of the things you need so you can get some of the things you want. Thank you and have a nice day.